And now for the reason we're all here today, the class of 2019 graduation. Good morning, Mashpee families, friends, faculty members, members of the school committee, tribal council members, honored guests, Superintendent DeBoer, and most importantly, our outstanding graduates for the commencement ceremony for Mashpee Middle High School's class of 2019. I thank you for joining us as we celebrate this exciting day to recognize the hard work and dedication of our students and to wish them great success as they move on to the next chapter of their lives. As we open this morning's ceremony, I respectfully ask everyone to please stand as the Mashpee Middle High School graduation choir performs our national anthem. Please welcome seniors Taj Bohan, Layla Carrero, Kylie Harrington, Emily Robbins, and Alexis Wenzel to accompany the choir.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Thank you to Ms. Keller and to the graduation choir. I respectfully ask that you remain standing. We're going to stand for a few minutes here. And I would now like to invite up seniors Kobe Howerton and Autumn Jackson to the stage to open our ceremony with a Wampanoag prayer.
Mana ka ni hana hajik, katapatanamu wachi wami tiakwasanish, katapatanamu wachi kisak, katapatanamu wachi anakwasak, katapatanamu wachi aki, katapatanamu wachi sipuash, katapatanamu wachi katahanash, katapatanamu wachi wami awaasak, katapatanamu wachi wami natonkwasak, ananama anian namana wipi wanikak, Nanama Anian Asina Wipi Sombwak.
Creator and ancestors, I thank you for all things. I thank you for the sky. I thank you for the stars. I thank you for the land. I thank you for the rivers. I thank you for the oceans. I thank you for all creatures. I thank you for all my relations. Help us to see only what is good. Help us to do only what is right. Amen.
Thank you to Kobe and Autumn for sharing your culture with all of us in attendance this morning. Next, I would like to welcome the Red Hawk Singers. Mr. Dave Parknett has instructed members of the Wampanoag tribe in this rich tradition, and it has been handed down from generation to generation with great pride. We thank you, Dave, and members for sharing your tradition with us on this important day. their next song is a traveling song to wish all of our graduates safe passage. Thank you so very much for that wonderful contribution to our ceremony. We're going to stand for one more moment, which is extremely important. As you know, this year we lost one of our own in the sudden and tragic passing of Mr. Chris Perkins. Mr. Perkins taught at MHS for 20 years and also served as a coach in baseball. Chris was a fabric of our school community, and he built wonderful relationships with the students and always advocated for them. The class of 2019 has graciously dedicated the yearbook to Mr. Perkins, and we are dedicating this ceremony to him as well. We all miss Chris dearly. I respectfully ask that you join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the podium Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Patricia DeBoer, for some opening remarks.
Thank you. It is with great excitement and pride that I welcome all attendees to today's graduation. Our school committee, our town leaders, our community partners, including members of the Mashpee Wampanoag tribe, the dedicated staff of the Mashpee Public Schools, our families, our friends, and most importantly, this amazing group of young people who are going to make our world a better place, our soon-to-be graduates. I am honored and so grateful to personally share in the milestone with each graduate. I ask that we all in this room consciously pause to take in every moment of this experience. Throughout life, and especially today, we need to embrace being present, paying attention to the sights, the sounds, and most importantly, the people around us. We are creating a shared memory today. Like all the parents here in this room and all those who care about these wonderful young people, I wish a little version of myself could tag along with each graduate to share in their adventures and to be a small voice in their ear, guiding and supporting them as they navigate through their lives. I offer this advice to our graduates and really to everyone in this room. Choose to be a grateful person. Show gratitude every day, especially for people. View your cup as half full rather than half empty. Always be willing to help others so that they can feel grateful. Gratitude promotes cooperation and makes our society civil and kind. Many of us spend most of the year thinking about what we want and what's next. It's not until Thanksgiving that we're reminded to think about what we're grateful for and how to express that gratitude. Expressing thanks should not be a once-a-year tradition. It is possible to cultivate a gratitude mindset that will stick with you throughout the year. A gratitude mindset means lower levels of envy, anxiety, and depression, as well as increased optimism and well-being. Research recently conducted at the University of California found that gratitude gives the person expressing it the power to heal, to be energized, and to change lives. Gratitude is essential for happiness. By setting the intention to prioritize gratitude, you will already have begun to adopt the mindset, so thank yourself. I would like everybody in this room to be a lifelong learner or choose to be. Value curiosity and ask questions. Explore and pursue opportunities that will help you discover your passions. Don't be satisfied with today's you. Seek to learn from those who have journeyed before you, and then choose to share your knowledge, skills, and experiences with those who are following behind. As Todd Rose, author of The End of Average, says, the hardest part of learning something new is not embracing new ideas, but letting go of the old ones. Be willing to change. He also tells us that we should choose to fail well, that we should stay calm throughout adversity and recognize what can be learned from our mistakes. Never stop learning and place a greater value on your journey than on the outcome. Choose to be a positive relationship builder. Value establishing and maintaining positive relationships with everyone who is a part of your life. Presume positive intent in others and celebrate their accomplishments without judgment. Unless you are able to walk in the shoes of another person, don't judge their actions. If you can't say something positive about someone or a situation, don't say anything. People talk about the view from the balcony, and there are times when we all need to look at a situation from outside of ourselves so we can gain multiple perspectives and make better decisions. Be a good listener. It is often more important to listen than to talk. A rich life is one in which you are surrounded by people who care about you and by people who know that you care about them. Say please and thank you and be the first to smile, because a smile invites connection and conversation with others. Stay connected to people. Have more face-to-face interactions. We all need to actively avoid being alone together. Choose to be a good noticer. Notice all the small moments of each and every day and all that surrounds you. By noon today, this very special event will be in our past. Do the smallest of tasks well with your best effort and find joy in the routine, ordinary parts of everyday life. As I have said at past graduations, don't look forward to your weekends without also noticing and cherishing your Mondays through Fridays, because otherwise you're going to miss out on making 71% of your life amazing and memorable. So be in the moment. Be okay with what you ultimately can't do, because there is so much you can do. Surround yourself with people you want to be around, people of high quality. See each other for who we are on the inside, and appreciate and love your family and friends, and acknowledge your mentors. Keep moving forward, open new doors, and do new things, and always have something to strive for or to look forward to. Always believe that you can change the world. Being brave isn't supposed to be easy. Those last 4 items I just shared, which I share at every graduation, are from Sam Burns. He was an inspiring young man from Foxborough, Massachusetts, who died in January of 2014, a few months after he turned 17, so he's all of close to the age of our graduates. He faced a significant health challenge his entire life, and I feel that it's really important for us to have that perspective with all of our healthy graduates who are moving on from us. Some members of the class of 2019 offer the following guidance for all of us, and I kind of took this from various places, possibly outside the lines in some cases, but Emma Noon says, being confident makes everything way easier, and as long as you are not overly confident, it will never be a bad thing. Sarah McNamara, speak your mind because you will never regret saying how you feel. Jack Daigneault, enjoy the little things and just live in the present. Cassie Baker, learning from those around you is very important as you continue to grow. Emily Franks, be true to yourself and never give up. Kristen Kondracki, life is too short, be positive because no one likes a negative person. Courtney Story, as a freshman, I had a very closed mindset, not seeing the opportunities I had in front of me. Now my mindset is very open. I can see the opportunities I have all around. I always keep this quote in my mind: those who say they can and those who say they can't are both usually right. You are the only one standing between you and your goals. Sam Antis, my growth is largely due to the great people I've been around all the way. And Taj Bowen, tread your path with confidence and run toward every aspiration with the intention of grasping to never let go. Good job, guys. Wisdom from Steve Jobs is don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. So to our graduates, and I do this at every graduation too, but I can't let go of it. These questions: do you want to be successful in college and in the workplace? Do you want to work at a job that brings you joy every day like I get to do? Do you want to have relationships that are positive and healthy? Do you want to have financial stability? Do you want to have a healthy body and mind? Do you want to eventually have your own family? And do you want to be a leader and positive role model for those who are going to follow behind you? And if your answer is yes to these questions, which I hope it is, then please value your present you by always saying no to drugs. Your future healthy, happy, and successful self will be very grateful for the good decisions you are making along your journey. Be an active hero in your own life. We hope that we've provided you, our Mashpee graduates, with the knowledge, the skills, the strategies and experiences to support your being a purposeful communicator and collaborator, an engaged citizen, an empowered knowledge seeker, a critical thinker and problem solver, and an individual who sets goals and makes personal decisions that result in happy and healthy lives. We want you to be the best version of yourself. If you can, choose to be a happy person, because happy people don't necessarily have everything, they just make the most of everything they have. Thank you to all of the Mashpee Public Schools staff who have guided our graduates these past 13 years, helping to mold them into the doers and leaders they are today. Although Mr. Perkins is not sitting here today, know that he is here with us and will be watching over you and us always. He lives on in all of us. Thank you to our community partners for supporting these young people and their activities and for providing a safe place in which to grow up. Thank you to the parents, guardians, and families for loving these wonderful children unconditionally. Never stop telling them and showing them how much you love them. And finally, thank you to each of the graduates sitting before us for bringing joy and hope to our world. Always remember, be true to who you are. You never have to be alone. We are here with you. We care about you. You have value. You don't have to do anything to prove that to us, and nothing is going to ever change our minds. Last December, Noah Tellez was asked by the Mashpee Men's Club what motivated him to work hard and to do his best. Noah responded that one motivator was that he did not want to let his community down, that he wanted to bring pride to the community. And how amazing is that as a statement for all of you. So graduates, your Mashpee community is very proud of you. This is your home. I greatly value and appreciate each of you who chose to graduate from Mashpee Middle High School. We hope that your family, your community, and the Mashpee Public Schools have provided you with a strong foundation to support the structure that you are getting ready to build, which is your adult life. We will always be here for you, and I greatly thank you for the impact that you've had on my life. You are forever a part of my tapestry, and I've had the joy for 10 years of following you from 3rd grade on. Lastly, I agree with a quote that Aidan Gadoo chose to share underneath his yearbook picture. How lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard? And those are wise words from Winnie the Pooh. So remember to celebrate milestones as you prepare for the road ahead. Today is one of your life's milestones. Each of you has earned your falcon wings. As we say, now is the time to spread them and soar and pursue your passion. Lead by example and be the change that will make our world a better place. It's great to be in Mashpee for you, for me, and for us. We are a connected community that is united in doing what is right for our citizens and especially for our children. So thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent DeBoer. And now for the reason we're all here today, the class of 2019 graduation. The class of 2019 marks the 20th graduating class from Mashpee Middle High School. And in welcoming you all to this important day, I want to be sure we all understand what a special year this has been with this class. I have the distinct honor to serve as the principal of this outstanding class. I have been with this group since they were in the 8th grade, and I have seen them grow as students, athletes, musicians, singers, performers, and most importantly, I've seen them grow into tremendous young people. Graduation, as we all know, is an opportunity to set new goals, and even more important, a time to renew our commitment to ourselves and those values that make us the individuals we are. Graduation serves also to remind us how closely our lives are intertwined and how successes reflect more than just our effort and how much certain people mean to us. Your parents and families share this day with you. Their pride in you, their joy in your achievements reflect but a measure of their care and of their encouragement. After this ceremony, look into their proud faces and recognize the love and support that has nurtured and sustained you and brought you this far in life. On your behalf, I publicly thank them and congratulate these good people for a job very well done. On a more personal note, I can say that I will fondly remember the members of the class of 2019. Collectively and individually, they are a wonderful group of talented and young people. I would like to share a few sentiments with you this morning. As you all move on to the next chapters in your lives, it's important and vital to remember what is and who is important to you. It all starts with one thing: relationships. Relationships give us all purpose. They provide meaning and they sustain us in both good and difficult times. Throughout our lives, we are dependent upon others for our well-being and our sense of identity. The relationships that we build and cultivate essentially mold us not into who we are, but what we want to become. We are literally nothing without them. It was the depth of those relationships that provided the strength for each other and our entire MHS community following the tragic passing of Mr. Perkins last winter. It was those relationships that buoyed each of you as you navigated the stressors of senior year. And it's those relationships that will continue in your memory long after you leave this ceremony today. Relationships are what I believe sets Mashpee apart. As a small school, many of the members of this class have traveled through the Mashpee public school system together for 12 years. The bonds that have been forged are profound and genuine. A journey that started with the reluctant steps in kindergarten has morphed into this amazing group sitting in front of me, our high school graduates, who are confident, hardworking, and ready to take on any challenges they may face. And so, on to the future. As Ms. Kett mentioned at Class Day, 87% of this class will go on to higher education, the highest percentage in the history of Mashpee Middle High School. %of our class will enter the workforce or certification programs, and 2% will proudly serve our nation in the armed forces. To those moving on to serve our nation, a mere thank you seems insignificant, but please know that we truly value and appreciate your service. To all of our graduates, as you leave Mashpee and begin a new chapter in your life, my advice is to work hard, play hard, and support others in their efforts, and be resilient. Resilience will help you to persevere with confidence through the journey that awaits you. One of my favorite books is The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, and I believe his 4 agreements summarize my message to you this morning. I'd like to very briefly share them with you. The first agreement is be impeccable with your word. Speak with integrity. Say only what you mean, and use the power of your word in the direction of truth and of love. The second agreement is don't take anything personally. One of the hardest things as people to do. All right? Take everything seriously, but don't take it all personally. And that'll free your mind in many, many ways. Number 3, don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others, as clearly as you can. And lastly, the fourth agreement is always do your best. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. Under any circumstance, simply do your best, and you will avoid self-judgment and regret. As I stated earlier, I have great confidence that the members of the class of 2019 will continue to make a positive difference in this world. And as you leave here today, I want you to remember something. I'm going to quote a former principal here who was a tremendous mentor to me, Sean Gilrain. Every job is a self-portrait of the person who did it. Autograph your work, your life, everything that you do with excellence. Seniors, thank you for a great year. Always remember where you came from. You are Mashpee kids. Be true to who you are and who you want to be, and know that you always have a home here in Mashpee. I wish each and every one of you the very best of luck in all of your future endeavors, and from the bottom of my heart, I truly thank each and every one of you for all that you've done to make Mashpee great. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to welcome back the Mashpee Middle High School Graduation Choir as they perform What a Wonderful World.
Trees of green, red roses too, I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky,
are also on the faces of people going by.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you.
I hear babies cry,
Watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
At this time, it is with a great sense of Falcon pride that I introduce to you the class of 2019's commencement speaker, Ms. Deborah Vaughn. There we go. Ms. Vaughn has taught in Mashpee Middle High School for the last 14 years and has served in nearly every single possible capacity that we have. She has served for 4 great years to be the class of 2019's advisor and has guided them while running a tight ship, a very tight ship, to this point. And really, she is one person that will be truly missed from our middle high school community, as she has the biggest heart of anybody I've ever met, and I can say with tremendous confidence that she truly loves and values and respects each and every one of you. And I'm so proud for her that you were gracious enough to select her as your commencement speaker. So without further ado, Ms. Deborah Vaughn.
Good morning to everyone here. Before I begin speaking this morning, I'd like to ask the members of the Mashpee Middle High School class of 2019 to rise and turn and face the crowd behind you that are here today. Take a good look around you. These are the people who have loved you, supported you, guided you. They have shared in your successes and helped you through your challenges. They've been instrumental in successfully bringing you to this point in your life's journey. Please give them a loud cheer and a strong round of applause showing your sincere and heartfelt gratitude. Go, go. Thank you. Okay, guys can be seated. Sit, okay. Okay, welcome again to everybody here. Greetings and salutations to parents, grandparents, guardians, extended family members and friends, honored guests, members of the Mashpee School Committee, and the Mashpee community at large, school administrators and staff members, esteemed colleagues, and most importantly, the members of the Mashpee Middle High School graduating class of 2019. I am both humbled and honored to be speaking here today, and quite frankly, had a difficult time deciding what I would say to you that I haven't said to you at least 1,000 times over the last 4 years. But then it suddenly came to me, what's the reason we're here today? To celebrate your graduation, which is the completion of all degree requirements, and also to be a part of your commencement, which is the ceremony that celebrates that completion. The definition of a commencement is a beginning, or a start of a new beginning. It marks the commencement of your new lives in the world. There are so many examples out there that offer great insight and outcomes as a result of the opportunities that present themselves every day as new beginnings. Our lives are continuously filled with endings and new beginnings, and it's necessary to be sure that you're aware of and open to the opportunities that arise as a result of your keen and astute attention to your surroundings. If you are, it could very well change the course of your life at any given moment. No matter what the circumstances are, as Oprah Winfrey writes in her latest edition of O Magazine, let every step you take move you forward. Kevin Feige, president of Marvel Studios, when asked in a recent interview about the latest Avengers Endgame movie, stated, "You need to have endings to have new beginnings, and that all great stories have endings. Endgame is a definitive ending, but each step of the way, the characters continue to grow, change, and evolve based on new beginnings." 5 years after the Boston Marathon attack, the survivors are staying strong and seizing each new day to endure surgeries, post-traumatic stress, and hearing loss, to name a few. But they have learned how to walk again, how to dance, and how to rebuild their lives because of each new day that enables them to begin again. There have been so many devastating hurricanes and tornadoes across the United States this year alone, taking homes, irreplaceable personal items, and lives in their destructive paths. Amazingly enough, when interviewed, people who were affected by these catastrophic occurrences repeatedly, time and time again, stated how very grateful they were for another day, another chance, a new beginning, a new opportunity to rebuild their lives despite their losses. Throughout the ages, history has always demanded that we continually embark in intense dedication to gaining knowledge, learning important lessons, be open to an understanding of all different perspectives, and receive teachings that add wisdom to what we already know and open our minds to new ideas and solutions as we surge forward into a new day, a new era in time. Educators have a unique opportunity to begin again and again, each new day, impacting student lives, knowing that everything they do for students has the potential to influence the future in each new day, make the world a better place for all of us. As with any endeavor or profession, there are days that may be difficult to get through, but the end result is oh so worth any struggles that you may have encountered. When I meet former students out in public, I am consumed by a deep sense of accomplishment and pride, not only in myself, but in them as well, that has made each new day over the past 15 years with students a new day to look forward to begin again. A new beginning doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to always be grand or ending some pivotal phase in your life. Sometimes new beginnings come from the people you meet every day and the experiences you go through on any given day. You just need to be aware and open to their existence. I'd like to share with you a favorite poem of mine by a Cape Cod poet, Diana Hannon. You don't often know when a beginning begins. This is true of spring and love, of remodeling projects, moves to distant lands. If you pay attention, you might notice a tingling, a quick breath, a restlessness around the heart. In a sweet breeze, a lingering glance, a misplaced doorknob, a taste of Caribbean stew, the beginning begins, and there you are, suddenly displaced, suddenly awake, suddenly alive. Today's commencement, your commencement, is a story of multiple chapters in only one part of your life. There will be many more valuable and cherished beginnings ahead. The best part about that is each is a chance to make something of it. You should be excited about the adventure that's about to begin. To move forward in any direction means you will be continuing to grow both personally and professionally. The world needs who you were made to be. So today is a new day, and what you do today and each and every day is important. In exchange for a day of your life, be sure to leave something good behind. Finish each day and be done with it, knowing that you've done your best. Tomorrow is another new day. As T.S. Eliot, one of the 20th century major poets, once stated, "For last year's words belong to last year's language, and next year's words await another voice, and to make an end is to make a beginning." Go out and share your story as you have written it here with us, and trust the magic and the hope of new beginnings. Be the extraordinary people you are, claim your lives, and share your gifts. The world will definitely thank you. I'm a big fan of to-do lists and have compiled one for you, taken from the many inspirational quotes and sayings that you are all so familiar with and have connected with at some point in time over the past 4 years in B205. As well as some of my own personal advice. To always be strong so that nothing can disturb your peace of mind, and to only talk of happiness and prosperity. To make everyone that you meet feel there's something worthwhile in them, and to always show them kindness and respect. To always look on the bright side and make sure your optimism comes true for you and for others. To think only of the best, work only for the best, and to expect only the best. To be just as excited about the successes of others as you are about your own. To forget about your past mistakes and continue on to your greater achievements of the future. To smile at all times and to give so much time to improving yourself that you have no time left to criticize others. Be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble in your lives. Always think well of yourselves and be sure to let the world know this, not by talking about it, but in the proof of great deeds. And know that the world is on your side as long as you are true to yourselves and to the best that is in each and every one of you. That's a substantial to-do list. Checking things off that list is one of the best ways to stay motivated throughout any day. However, if that list is a bit overzealous, the good thing is you can begin a new list every day, every new day. So even though this seems like the end of this chapter of your life, it's really just the beginning. Our hopes and dreams for you, the Mashpee Middle High School class of 2019, are for happiness, peace, and love as you leave us. And as we watch you leave this gymnasium for the last time as students of this school, everyone here will stand up and along with a loud applause say, "There they go." But oh, there are so many others out there who at the same time are saying, "Here they come." New day, new mindset, new focus, new intentions, new results, new beginnings. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Vaughn. At this time, I'd like to welcome the Mashpee Middle High School graduation band as they perform Exaltation. Please welcome seniors Elise Carroll, Aiden Gaudu, Caroline Henley, David McKelvey, Mackenzie Teed, and Tiana Peters-Williams. Thank you to Mr. Trianos and the Mashpee Middle High School Graduation Band. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the podium School Committee Chairperson, Mr. Jeffrey Gorman, for some opening remarks.
I'm not sure how one follows a speech by Deb Vaughn, but I'm going to try. Good morning, Mashpee graduates, Superintendent DeBoer, teachers, family, friends, and honored guests. I have the distinct pleasure and honor of representing the school committee at this great occasion. Do not let the gray hair fool you. I still remember my high school graduation, sitting in a chair that was slightly uncomfortable in an auditorium that was slightly too hot, peering up at a speaker that I really didn't know and thinking, please don't be too long. With this in mind, I'd like to take a few moments to tell of your time, not to impart a list of wisdom or tell you what comes next, but to provide you with some gratitude. I would like to thank each of you for spending multiple years attempting to make yourselves, your peers, your school, and your community better. I'd like to thank you for each time you made the right decision, for every time you reached out to someone in need, for all those moments when you struggled to figure out a problem and you provided feedback to resolve or assisted someone to move in the correct direction. I'd like to thank you for the emails, phone calls, posts, and conversations you had with your family, teachers, counselors, or friends about concerns and your own recommendations. I'd like to thank you for the hours that you volunteered for your school or other organizations, for that singular moment when you reached down and picked up that piece of paper a fellow student dropped, or offered a seat to a new potential friend during lunch. I cannot adequately portray the power of your actions. You are the school, and each of you have contributed to the success of it and your community in some way. As you start your next journey in life, keep and strengthen the ties you have already made in this wonderful community. Maintain your curiosity and keep doing those little things that improve all those around you wherever your life may take you. On behalf of the Mashpee School Committee, we wish you all the best as you move forward today. We stand committed to continue to work to improve the schools, to assist the community, and provide even more opportunity for those that follow in the path that you have forged. Congratulations on your graduation, and thank you very much.
You've heard a few speeches, and now it's time to celebrate you guys. To our graduates, on this 8th day of June 2019, we present you this diploma. This diploma signifies that you have honorably completed the course of study prescribed by the school committee for graduation from Mashpee Middle High School. At this time, we will begin the awarding of the diplomas. Ready? Good. Shayla Rhiannon Alves. Corey Almina Andrade. Samuel Luke Antis. Cassandra Marie Baker. Ethan Scott Barr. Aiden Patrick Bartlett Cahill. Regan Christopher Bartlett Cahill. Cameron Bennett, in absentia. Taj Gerard Bohan. Julia Broderick, in absentia. Devin Joseph Brunn. Layla Michelle Carrero. Elise Marie Carroll. Sean Dana Clifford. Colby Mitchell Cloutier. Tyler Joseph Kuzo. John Christopher Daigneault. Stephen J. Danforth. Ariana James Davidson. Avery Davis. Anthony J. Del Judas. Worthington Eric Dennis. Nicholas Thomas Distilio. Richard Drew, in absentia. Thomas Doobie. Nicholas Anthony Duque. Madison Grace Egan. Ayano Peters Firmino. E. Fernandez, in absentia. Zachary Fielding. Devon Christian Ford. Emily Laura Franks. Michaela Ann Frost. Chloe Gallagher. Michaela Gallagher. Aiden Jude Gadu. Xavier Patrick Gonsalves. Matthew Thomas Gonzalski. Zachary J. Graham. Jessica Grealish. Joshua D. Guardiani. Michelle Elizabeth Hambley. Kylie Paige Harrington. Alexander William Hayes. Caroline Elizabeth Henley. Adam C. Henschel. Brandon Matthew Holmes. Kylie Marie Howard. Kobe Chase Howerton. Benjamin Davis Hudson. Bailey Hutchenrider. Christopher Lewis Hutchenrider. Dylan Robert Hutchenrider. Autumn Starr Jackson. Aradia Ruby Jacobson. Michael Jonathan Jaquello. Xavier Jones. Cameron Kurgo. Kristen Francis Kondracki. Allison Patricia Landry. Ava Mae Lehman. Kyle Robert Lemelin. Javeski Lewis. Thank you. Julia Brooke Leitz. Tyler Francis Maciel. Kaylee Alyssa Magnuson. Cadence Valerie Malgiri. Joshua Goodwin Martin. Nolan Michael McGovern. David Alexander Grant McKelvey. Charles McKernan. Sarah Kennedy McNamara. Awesome. Eva Mary Moan. William Leo Murphy. Hannah Grace Nilsson. Emma Mills Nunes. Brett Thomas Pells. Giovanna Vieira e Silva Pereira. Isaac Joseph Perry. Matthew Allen Perry. Tiana Danae Peters Williams. Andres Remiserna. Dylan J. Rich. Emily Alexandra Robbins. Ethan Samuel Robbins. Taylor Ray Rose. Sachiko Simpson in absentia. Nicholas Burton Story. Courtney Page Story. Madeline Marie Strick. Maya Nicole Swindell. Carter Blair Teed. Mackenzie Rose Teed. Mitchell Texera Campbell. Noah Robert Tellez. Lucas Dietrich Van Gelder. Jason Michael Vieira. Alexis Tyler Wenzel. Madison Lee Wessel. Connor James Westcott. Mohammed Haider Zahir. Saba Zahir. Dylan Joseph Zonfrelli. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Mashpee Middle High School class of 2019. Just as they rehearsed it. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you the graduating class of 2019's valedictorian, Mr. Nicholas Story. Nicholas will be attending the University of Virginia in the fall.
Hello, fellow students, faculty and staff, family members, and the Mashpee community. I'd like to start off this speech by congratulating everyone here from the class of 2019 for making it to graduation. For countless hours over the last many years, we worked hard in and out of the classroom to be here today, to reach the finish line of this part of our lives. All that to be here in this hot gymnasium with all of our loving family members and no air conditioning. But seriously, we all worked hard to be here in these seats, and we should enjoy today, live in the present moment, and enjoy it. We've earned it. I'd like to preface this by saying that I'm not a wise man that holds infinite wisdom about life, having lived many life experiences. I just received my diploma from Mashpee Middle High School, and I'm just here trying to impart a little bit of advice for the rest of your lives. Over the course of many years here at the Mashpee Public Schools, teachers and faculty members have worked hard to not only get us to this point, something we have all looked forward to, but have prepared us for what lies ahead of today. We are grateful for the time and effort they have put in to make us better students and better people, and for making us ready for our futures. In those futures, we will all use what we have learned here in our lives. Some of us, much of it, some of us, not as much. Regardless, this school is the reason we are in this position today, poised to enter life at full throttle, ready to tackle anything thrown at us. When we leave this gym today, we begin the next part of our lives where we start to carve our own paths, whatever that may be, whether it's continuing our education, serving in the military, and going into the workforce, or wherever you decide to go. Things will not be as easy as these past few years have been. By entering this next stage of life, we take on more responsibilities, more challenges, and more independence. Don't forget what you have learned from this school once you walk out those doors. Take that information and apply it to your life, however that may be. On the topic of things we learned in the past, I'd like to bring back a memory from 2 years ago when I sat through this process watching my brother finish high school. I sat in those family seats watching the class of 2017 graduate. When it was finally over, I realized two things. One, my brother could not be dropped off at college quicker. Sorry, I'm only kidding. And two, that the world's a big place, and going out there and experiencing it will open new horizons in our lives. I didn't spontaneously think of that second thing and become a philosopher at age of 16. I was inspired by Justin Chopra's speech at class day when he spoke about how we should all gain perspective on the world. He didn't mean to go to as many countries as possible and see all different types of cultures. While that may be something you want to do, he was referring to seeing the stories of other people around you and experiencing what they go through. Doing this will allow you to think in new ways about the world and everything in it. That is the essence of gaining perspective, at least what he was trying to say. The reason I feel that this is still in my mind when writing this speech is that it is such an important lesson for us to learn as we navigate life. Everyone has their own story, their own problems, their own reasons, and we won't be able to know or understand those if we don't go and gain perspective on the world. Gaining perspective is imperative to understand others. I'd like to remind you all of one last thing. To get to graduation, we all worked hard and dedicated a lot of time to studying and being successful. As we celebrate the end of high school here today, that does not mean that you should stop working hard and lower your expectations. We are all approaching the next part of our lives where we become more independent, start new chapters with new people, and have more responsibilities. If we do not continue to work at what we do, then everything we worked for up until now will have been pointless. Don't let it all go to waste. Life is full of many doors and opportunities. Today, we close one of them, but tomorrow we open a new one. As we all head off in our own directions, keep this in mind. Do not take anything for granted. Work hard to be successful in whatever definition that is for you. Go out and experience the world. There's a lot to see. I believe I can speak for all of us when I say thank you to the Mashpee Public Schools and the community of Mashpee for everything that you have done for us. Thank you to all the parents and families for supporting us and being here today to celebrate our accomplishments. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for all the support you've given me over the past few years. And thank you to the teachers. We would not be here today if it wasn't for all of what you did for us. Congratulations to the class of 2019. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to welcome to the podium Class of 2019 President Cassandra Baker for a farewell address. Cassie will be attending Boston College in the fall.
Hello, everyone. Welcome parents, family, friends, faculty, and students to the ceremony celebrating the graduation of the greatest class to ever walk the halls of Mashpee Middle High School. It is truly my pleasure to congratulate each and every one of you on this graduation day. Today, in this poorly ventilated gymnasium, we come together to celebrate that thing that gets you this hardy piece of paper with your government name printed on the front. Although it seems rather anticlimactic that after 12 years of waking up all too early to come here and earn a passing score on our 10th grade MCAS, we get this nice piece of paper, but it's much more than that. I see this piece of paper as a recognition of the greatest accomplishment thus far in our journey throughout life. This paper holds memories, setbacks, comebacks, friendships, bonds, teachers, grades, and most importantly, the lessons we have learned here. The memories this paper now holds will be everlasting, from trading silly bands at recess, to endless stories from the 8th grade trip to DC, to library shenanigans with Miss Weeks, to senior assassin showdowns, to senior week, to class day, and finally to graduation day. These moments we shared, forming bonds, lasting relationships, and having lit times all together with our classmates will be coming to an abrupt halt all too soon. We will be leaving to go our separate ways, but these moments we have shared have now become memories that we will talk about for a very long time. This paper holds the lessons we have learned. And I'm not talking about the classroom lectures because I know for a fact that most of us don't quite remember those. I am referencing the lessons that we have learned from our experiences here. The most valuable lessons are some that cannot be taught in a classroom by a teacher. Together, we have learned how to interact socially like civilized human beings. We've learned how to problem solve with less details and guidance than the instructions on a piece of furniture from IKEA. We have learned how to use the internet to assist us in our studies. Shout out to Quizlet and SparkNotes for coming in all too clutch. And we have learned that high school is simply just the beginning of our journey. I have had the pleasure of growing up beside the overwhelming majority of those sitting in front of me today. Since preschool, we have grown and, for the most part, matured into wonderful humans ready for the world. Whenever I have to walk through the Mashpee Commons, I get flashbacks of us running around that place every weekend doing God knows what and thinking we are so cool chilling in Panera until they kick us out. Looking back, we have accomplished a lot since the Commons Rats phase. We have basically single-handedly brought the school back up to its academic superiority with our killer MCAS scores in 10th grade. You're welcome. We have been involved in 3 Super Bowl wins. Where are the rings? Show them. Thank you. We've had students hold the first TED-sanctioned event in Mashpee. We maxed out homecoming ticket sales this year, and we have some very multi-talented people sitting in the audience right now. Shout out to the 13-year-old YouTube sensation, Devon Ford. That song still slaps. But those were the good old days. This year, through our School of the Career and Senior Seminar classes, I've been able to learn more about everyone, what your goals are and aspirations for the future. And this was a very special experience for me. I can 100% see each person in these chairs in front of me accomplishing their biggest life goals in the future, and I cannot wait to see that happen. Now back to this piece of paper. On the front, it has a nice design, your name, some other things like a picture, a signature. But if you turn it over, it's blank. Nothing is written out for you, no requirements, no deadlines. Your future is now in your own 2 hands. Don't be scared, you'll all do great if you at least have as much persistence in achieving your dreams as we did trying to find a VPN that worked on the Wi-Fi. So to the class of 2019, thank you. Thank you for letting me be your voice even when I lost mine. Thank you for always being there for me, and thank you for your support and guidance throughout our years here at Mashpee High School. I wish the best of luck to all of you next year and beyond. And before I go, I want to leave you with some inspiration from Kanye, because, it's his birthday, so happy birthday. I refuse to accept other people's ideas of happiness for me, as if there's a one-size-fits-all standard for happiness. So just remember, whatever you may be doing, wherever you end up, please promise me you do something that makes you happy, because that's all that really matters. It's been real, Mashpee. Thank you, and congratulations, everyone. At this time, I respectfully ask my fellow members of the graduating class of 2019 to please stand and join me in the tassel ceremony. Ready? Congratulations.
On behalf of the entire Mashpee Middle High School community, I want to thank everybody for coming this morning. And for one last time, I present to you the Mashpee Middle High School's 20th graduating class, the class of 2019.